Respected viewers, Assalamu alaikum. This video is about the diagnostic approach of anemia in children. Now, the diagnosis is based on history and physical examination of child supported by the lab investigations. Now, coming on to the history, it includes birth history, family history, history of any drug intake, or feeding history. Now, talking about birth history, is there any history of premature birth or birth of low birth weight baby? Is there any history of hemorrhagic disease of newborn or history of bleeding from umbilical cord? Now, talking about the family history, is there is cousin marriage among the parents? It can result in different hemoglobin and bleeding disorders. Or is there any history of drug intake, especially in case of G6PD deficiency or in case of aplastic anemia? The feeding history is also important in case of nutritional anemias. Is there history of breastfeeding or bottle feeding? Is there is any proper weaning or not? Now, coming on to the clinical examination, is there any enlargement of spleen, liver or lymph nodes, presence of jaundice or any purpuric spots on the skin? Now, coming on to the lab investigations, apart from hemoglobin level, RBC count, hematocrit, a peripheral blood smear is also done. Now, if there is basophilic stippling, this is seen in thalassemia, lead poisoning and iron deficiency anemia. The presence of Haines body suggests thalassemia and chronic liver disorders. And if there is Howell-Jolly bodies, these are seen in asaplenia, pernicious anemia, severe iron deficiency. And Cabott's ring bodies are seen in lead toxicity, hemolytic anemia, pernicious anemia. Now, there is another approach to the diagnosis of anemia called kinetic approach. It is diagnosis by identifying the basic mechanism of anemia. Reticulocyte count is measured. Now, the reticulocytes are immature RBCs, slightly larger, often with intracellular structures. The ribosomal RNA is visible. The reticulocyte production should increase in response to any loss of RBCs. The normal range is 0.5 to 1.5% and about 1% of all circulating RBCs. Now, the low reticulocyte count indicates bone marrow disorder or aplastic crisis, and a high count indicate hemolytic process or acute blood loss. Now, talking about other studies, these include serum iron level, total iron binding capacity, serum ferritin level and lead level when MCV is low. Now, if hemolysis is suspected, there should be done direct Coombs test, G6PD, glucose 6 phosphate dehydrogenase assay should be done. There should be hemoglobin electrophoresis, lactate dehydrogenase level should be assessed, hemoglobin, indirect bilirubin determination should be done. Now, in anemic child with elevated MCV, vitamin B12 level should be done, folate levels should be measured, and thyroid stimulating hormone level should be determined. Beside these, RBC's enzyme profile should be done and osmotic fragility test should be performed. And in last, bone marrow smear and bone marrow biopsy should be done in case of any suspected bone marrow pathology. Now this was all about this video. See you in next video, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.